Hello, everyone, and welcome to BuzzTV Live, May 19th, 2006. I'm Jason.
I'm Zach.
And we're glad you guys are able to join in. As a reminder, our show is for mature audiences only because from time to time, it happens.
Yeah, it does.
We don't set out to offend anyone, but it does always seem to happen.
Every now and then.
We'll try to keep tonight as tight as we possibly can. You understand that, Zach? As tight as we possibly can.
I'm not even going to speak if I'm not spoken to.
That's what I was expecting. We got a great show lined up for you guys tonight. A lot of things coming your way. We're going to talk a little bit about the video toaster, future of BuzzTV donations. We're going to talk a little bit about side effects software and Houdini 8.1. Public beta has now been released. We've got some great interviews for you. We've got Tony Cristiano and Craig Zeroni from Side Effects Software. And let's see, what else do we have going on? Oh, yeah, we've got some special things as well, like Zach taking a trip to the bathroom, forgetting to turn off his wireless microphone.
Yeah, that was kind of embarrassing.
No, that was good stuff. And we're also going to show you kind of what an interview is like behind the scenes. See, Craig from Side Effects Software is just such a cool guy, and he's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah,
he is
very
so
funny guy.
Funny. So we put together some of the, you can almost call them like outtakes, if you will, from the interview that we did with him. And we'll be showing those a little bit later on in the show. So let's see, what else we got to talk about tonight? Some quick things. A little bit about E3. It was a great time. A lot going on there. More on that coming up Wednesday, though. And then UE3 book. Talk about that just a little bit. Makes you nervous every time, doesn't it?
Right there, right.
You want to run from the building screaming, right
in the guts, man. It's like
yeah, that's
right
okay.
There.
And of course, the content drop, which we can start off with the content drop. Content drop for 3ds Max fundamental students is on the way. Drop number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere it's over 3 hours long. Drop number 4 will be going out. We're expecting Monday evening or Tuesday morning, which is going to be another 3 to 4 hours. And then we're expecting content drop 5 to go out by what, Thursday or Friday?
Give or take.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure we're going to be around there. So for those of you in the 3ds Max Fundamentals class, a lot of good stuff coming your way. Next class meeting for 3ds Max Fundamentals. Let me go ahead and write that down. What are we going to look at? Monday night?
Probably Monday night would be safest.
So what's it, 19, 20, 21, 22?
I don't know.
So,
I don't have enough fingers.
Something like that. So May 22nd, 3ds Max Fundamental students, we will be having another class. We'll get the webpage updated. Make sure to join us. When we do this, we'll be broadcasting live for you guys to ask your questions and give us your feedback in regards to how the class has been going. And Zach will be there to shut every single one of you down. No, not really. We do really appreciate the feedback. It helps us create a better course.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, the big news is the video toaster. It is now up and running. You know, we have begged and pleaded for all sorts of cool, fancy stuff, just like you guys have, and we've managed to scare Seth.
Yeah, it's like, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you? Well,
oh, look at him play.
Yeah, look at that. Woo!
Nice. You know, looking at the green screen, that's not too bad.
It's better than it's looked in the past.
A little bit more tweaking, but that's a lot better looking than what we were doing in the past with the Edirol.
Yeah.
We're going to have to, at some point get another camera that we can run around the office with or take some pictures or something and give you guys a look at what you helped put in this office and at the power that you guys have now given us. So we'll give Seth a little bit of time.
Not to mention, I was going to say, not to mention we still got to figure out all the things this thing can do.
Yeah, we got him a nice desk. We've got him. He's over there grinning ear to ear.
He's got the nicest workstation in the entire office.
He does.
He really does.
I'm jealous. I want that desk. That desk is awesome. Plus, it's got cables everywhere, and it looks really cool. Seth is really like a kid in a candy store right now. That's good, though. I mean, let's just see how it all comes out. Now, we do really appreciate you guys helping us out and make this a possibility, and so quickly, too. I was really impressed how fast the community pulled together. I mean,
absolutely
we've
amazing.
Been around for, what, 5 years or so? When have we ever asked for donations?
Not once
I can remember. Other than CDRs when I was mailing them out. But outside of that...
No, we never asked for money.
No, never asked for money. So, yeah, you guys just absolutely rock. Thank you very much for all of you that were able to help, and those of you whose hearts were in this and you weren't able to help, thank you as well.
Absolutely.
So, I think we've discussed on 3D Buzz that we're going to continue leaving the donation link up. We're going to update that page just as soon as we get 3 minutes to breathe.
5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. What we're looking at doing is bringing you guys as many interviews in studios and with artists as we possibly can, and software developers as well. And to do this, of course, that means we're going to have to travel, Los Angeles, New York, etc. And to do that, we have to pay for tickets and things like that.
Right, traveling's not cheap.
No, it's not cheap. Neither is lodging. I mean, yes, Zach can indeed stay outside.
I have in the past.
I could just send you with like a Polaroid camera and a tape recorder.
Sure. And then
Walk into the thing.
And then we'll just kind of go through the Polaroids while we play back the interview.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. That'd be a lot cheaper. You still got the plane ticket. You can take your bike.
There you go.
So you can bring back a gas bill of like $22.
Exactly.
Of course, it would take you a week to get out there and a week.
Well, I mean, I can drive just as fast as any car on the road. But so it depends on where we're going. Yeah, it just suck. Because you're talking like 18 hours on a little street bike.
Oh, come on, you can do it.
It's like I'd make it back to you and I'd be like, Buzz, here's the interview.
All winter long about not being able to ride your bike.
Oh, and then we go to L.A.
What a way to make up for it. Oh, I know.
So, yeah, I haven't been able to ride my bike really hardly at all winter. So finally we go out to Los Angeles, and everybody's got a kick-ass street bike.
Except Zach.
Except me.
His is at home.
I'm stuck in a rental minivan, a Dodge Caravan, out on the 405 trying to merge into a new kind of traffic.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff.
You did well.
I did, and there were no accidents.
No one died. There was no accident.
No fireballs.
No. Oh,
no body count.
Getting out there and getting set up for us was horrible. We had the worst service in the world.
We found the worst service hotel on the planet.
Yes.
And we'll challenge that with anything you guys have.
What is it? The
Marina Del Rey.
The Marina Del Rey Hotel. That is it. On Valley Way.
Yeah.
Do not go, and I repeat, do not go to that hotel. I mean...
Pay the extra money, stay 4 miles away at the Holiday Inn just off the pier.
Trust me.
In Santa Monica.
It is, first of all, they charged what should have ended up being a couple $1,000s for a bunch of rooms, 3 rooms.
Yeah.
Ended up being almost $7,000 for 2 rooms. And getting there was great because we ordered our tickets through Travel Now.
Yeah.
And we were assured everything was fine. Of course, we called the hotel just to verify you guys got our information. No, we don't. Call Travel Now. They said, don't worry about it. It's not transmitted until within
72 hours.
72 hours.
72
So the day we leave, we call. Nope, still don't know who you are. So Travel Now says we're on it. And then they have to fax stuff and this, that, and the other. And I finally get a message back from Angela saying, your room it's all good. You got your rooms. So we show up. 10 o'clock at night? Something around 10 o'clock at night?
Yeah, something like 10.
We go in and we're greeted by the most charming lady in the world. In the world. This lady was mean. Well, I mean, is that fair to say?
She was quite mean.
She actually accused Bill 2 days later of calling her a bitch.
Which Bill would never do.
Bill would never do that.
Bill would never do. He's not that kind of person.
But
thinking it.
Bill
yeah,
said
he was thinking it at the time, but he wouldn't actually go so far as to say it.
Yeah, so... But yeah, for us, she
treated Buzz like he was retarded.
Yeah,
like literally, like he was standing at the car going, She just really ripped into him for no reason.
Yeah, none at all.
He's just trying to find a room, and she's like, "What? Can you at least just tell me your name?"
Just, and then to find out that I had a room, nobody else had a room.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it was fun.
But my room was for 1 night, not for 8 nights.
Ugh.
So, yeah, that ended up being
Nightmare.
a complete disaster, though it did finally get resolved as she had to leave because of, as she put it, public transportation.
She had to go catch the bus.
And this other lady took over. I wish I would have got the other lady's name. She was the nicest lady in the world.
She was.
She was very helpful, and then she ended up having some trouble with the computer, and then got another guy involved who was just outright hateful.
Yeah.
The lady was, like, trying to hook us up with suites since we had now been waiting for going on 2 hours, over an hour and a half. And so she's like, I'm going to put you guys in suites. Plus, I think they didn't have a choice because they were out of rooms. And then, so we go up and we check out one of the rooms. We're like, oh, yeah. Then we come back and they're like, oh, no, because she had to get this other guy to help her. So they took the hotel rooms away. Got to keep 1.
Yep.
Took the other 2 away. Got crappy rooms. And, I mean, that's...
Smoking rooms.
Yeah.
You got to love that.
The whole thing was an absolute disaster. So I'm still waiting to see if they're going to give me close to $5,000 back.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. They say they are. Oh, that was great, too. On exiting out, and we saw that everything was messed up. I can't sign for that. That's not the right fee. What did he say? Trust me.
Yeah, he said, no, don't worry, it's all going to be okay. Trust me.
It's just a couple $100.
We haven't screwed anything else up, so please trust me now.
Couple $100. Like I said, couple $100. Yeah. It's a few $1,000s.
Several $1,000s.
Man, what an absolute nightmare. So yeah, E3 in itself was fantastic. The show was so big we simply could not see
it all. No.
In the 3 days we were there, E3 needs to be a week.
Yeah.
We missed an entire hall.
Hell yeah.
You know.
We did. There was an entire hall of the show we didn't go to.
Nintendo. We did not get to see the Wii.
That's because there was a pile of humanity waiting to get into the Wii. I mean, it wasn't even a line. It was like bodies stacked like cordwood, and they'd open the door, unstack the bodies, load some in, stack some more onto, and it was mad. We weren't going to do it.
8-hour wait at one point.
We went and saw Gears of War.
We did see Gears of War. Yeah.
We played Gears of War.
We did. Now, we have a lot of footage for you guys and some interviews that we did on site, and we're going to be saving these. Seth, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is being saved for Wednesday's show. That's right. This is going to be saved for Wednesday's show because while I was there, we happened to be on the Third Promenade, and we were down there at the Barnes & Noble's, which right across the street happens to be Side Effects Software.
We're sipping on Starbucks at the time.
We are, and I look over at Zach, and I'm like, hey, you want to take a quick trip?
That's not at all what happened. He's there going... Yeah. I think we should go over to Side Effects. Yeah.
Of course, it didn't happen exactly like that, but he is trying to make me sound cool, so sure, it
close enough.
Exactly like that.
Exactly.
So we walked across to Side Effects and met up with Eliza and Sarah, and they were just absolutely amazing.
The most helpful people I've ever dealt with in the software world.
I mean, we showed up unannounced.
Nope.
Just, hello. How you doing?
Like, knock, knock. Hey, can we come in?
What do you guys want? You know.
An interview.
And wow, accommodating.
Yeah. They're just like, here, well, let me set you up with this and this, and
they were all over it.
What time's good for you?
I can't think of any company that I've walked into and been treated that well. It was so friendly. So that was great. It worked out good for you guys because we were back there a couple days later. We got 2 fantastic interviews that we will be sharing with you tonight. So let's see, what else do we have going on? Oh, yeah. Yeah. UE3. As a lot of you know, 3D Buzz is partners with Epic Games, and Epic Games happens to be constructing the most industry-altering game engine ever. It is the first game engine that truly brings meaning to the term next gen.
Well, not to mention, it's the primary development environment for the Xbox 360. Right. It's the primary development environment for the PlayStation 3.
Right.
It's going to completely, well, if there's anything left of PC gaming when all that's done, I'm sure it's going to totally change that too.
So, yeah, amazing. Unfortunately, that's pretty much all we can talk about. So anyways, I can say...
It's not so much an NDA as it is somebody who works with Epic with a gun pointed at us just off camera right now.
Yeah. Little did we know when we joined up with Epic Games, they would send somebody over here in a black suit. I like the black suit.
Very intimidating, dude. Big, thick neck guy.
So anyways, it does, we 3D Buzz. We did produce Mastering Unreal Technology. Mm-hmm. Fantastic book, sold really well, and covered so much content.
Not that long ago, I actually I looked at the book again because I've got one on my shelf, right?
Do we have one laid around here in the office anywhere?
You'd think.
You would think. I mean, we have quite a few of them.
It's possible. But, I'm sitting there with the book, and I open it up, and I'm flipping through it, and I was just like...
like 10 people over there.
Yeah, everybody's scrambling to find a copy of the book now.
That's okay, guys.
But I was just like, damn... I'd actually forgotten how much content is in there.
Book.
I mean, it is packed with good stuff.
It really is.
Awesome book.
For anyone who wants to get into the world of Unreal modding, which can lead to an amazing job, because that's how most people get picked up in the industry.
Most of the folks who work for Epic were modders.
Almost all of them. Yeah. You release an amazing mod, you get noticed, you get a little notoriety. I was getting to it. And next thing you know, you've got a job.
Yeah.
I mean, so it really does work. I mean, that does serve as your demo reel, if you will. And that's okay, guys.
Guys.
Bill is now tearing the office apart at this point in time. We do appreciate his efforts. Thank you very much, Bill. But it does now look like UE3, the book, is going to be taking place. At this point, we have discussed the possibility of there being multiple books again, and the excitement level coming from Epic is quite high. So,
I need a stiff drink.
Yeah, I'm not going to share with them the dates and all, but what they're looking for when they're looking to have the book on the shelf is demanding is too nice of a word. Brutal schedule That's a combination of words. That's still too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the good news is for you guys, you'll be going through the book sooner than later. So, yeah, that's good stuff. So, let's talk a little bit about some news going on around the world.
Yeah, let's
Just
talk.
a few quick little things. Zach, what do we have?
You want to start off here?
Yeah.
The Infinium founder has been charged with using the impending Phantom launch to inflate and sell stock. Timothy Roberts, founder and former CEO of Infinium Labs, the company that promised us the Phantom, if you guys have read about this thing, it would play, PC and console games right off your TV, and they'd be like on the fly, sort of, on demand sort of thing. So anyways, which came in at second on Wired's list of vaporware products of 2006, has been accused by the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, of artificially inflating stock and selling it at a $422,500 profit.
Wow.
The SEC alleges that Roberts...
Can we say Martha Stewart? I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to be playing one very soon.
Yes.
Anyways, the SEC alleges that Roberts hired a promoter to send junk faxes to investors citing the Phantom's imminent launch, when in fact the console had postponed the launch due to insufficient funds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we say Martha Stewart?
You can.
Okay? Yeah.
You can. 3D Realms could do it. Think about it.
No, I already have.
Yeah.
I've got some good comments, but I...
Exactly. Coming E3 2007. Duke Nukem Forever. Anyways.
What would the tagline be? Yeah, whatever.
Exactly. Forever wasn't long enough.
Mike Johnson to helm Tale of Despereaux. Stop-motion vet Mike Johnson, who co-directed the Oscar-nominated Corpse Bride with Tim Burton, is headed back to London to replace director Sylvain Chomet, if I'm saying that correctly, on Universal Pictures' 3D animated feature, The Tale of Despereaux. So, yeah, just thought you guys might be interested in hearing that.
I like that. Can't wait for any 3D animated feature.
Well, yeah,
I'm trying to watch them all.
Well, today was a release of two movies that I'm very anxious in seeing. We have got the...
Over the Hedge.
Over the Hedge and the Da Vinci Code.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Da Vinci Code has just been torn apart. In fact, we might even mention
We do. We actually have the Entertainment Weekly review coming up.
And Over the Hedge is getting fantastic reviews, and it looks really entertaining. It's been said that it has a fantastic comedy for both adults and young people. So, yeah.
So don't boycott the movies. Just go see Over the Hedge instead of the Da Vinci Code.
There you go.
I actually still want to see the Da Vinci Code.
I'm going to see it anyways, but I have not yet read one review. Not one.
Yeah.
Where they were like, wow, what a great movie. Not one.
Well, I mean, as soon as I heard that they were making a movie of the book, the first thing I did was, oh, hell. I mean, I really don't know how you can take that book and turn it into a decent film.
Right.
But... it's like now I've heard about it. It's like wanting to go see a car wreck at this point.
Right.
I'm just interested. I just want to see how bad they've made it.
Yeah.
So anyways, Live Anywhere announced for Vista. Xbox Live goes cross-platform. At a press conference in E3, Microsoft announced that gamers will be able to take the functionality of Xbox Live beyond their Xbox and Xbox 360. Simply titled Live Anywhere, is scheduled to be a new platform available for Windows Vista when it ships in early 2007. Actually saw the press release, the whole meeting for this when we were up at E3. Very exciting stuff. In fact, the images that you see behind us are kind of a mock-up sort of demonstration that they held where you've got Forza 2 over on the Xbox 360. I'll do it this way, so I'm actually pointing at these. So you had Forza 2 that you're playing, and of course in Forza you can buy parts and do upgrades and whatnot, so you could actually go onto your PC and do a paint job for your car in Forza, and then you could go onto your cell phone at the far end and actually buy brakes and tires and things and mod your car, load that back to Xbox Live, go home and then play it.
Right.
Another really cool thing that it is, like you guys have played with Xbox Live Arcade.
Right.
The demo that they use is like the game Zuma, if you guys have ever, you rotate shoot balls and stuff. Yeah.
Match the yellow with the yellow.
Yeah, fun stuff. You could start a game of Zuma on your Xbox 360, pause it, end the game, turn off your console, go to bed, get up the next morning while you're at work, continue that game of Zuma on your mobile.
Is that not crazy?
That's pretty cool.
That's just crazy.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Speaking of the Xbox 360, you've been making good use of Live lately.
I have.
How you liked it?
I finally got my gold prescription renewed just a couple of nights ago, and have been downloading things ever since.
Your prescription?
My prescription. That's right.
Bring it
I need
on,
more
baby.
pop drink. So, but I'm totally digging it. I love the get on. I don't have any friends on Xbox Live.
Hint, hint, hint.
So if anybody out there is on Xbox 360 Live, if I'm on, if I can find my mic, I will say hi to you. But if I lost my mic when I moved, okay? Don't give me shit. Anyways, but yeah, I've been downloading all sorts of demos. If you didn't know, Lost Planet, a game that Capcom's putting out next year in 2007 for the Xbox 360, is actually available for a kick-ass download right now. And it's a killer game, very next gen. So I'm very excited about that. I think like this morning, I was still downloading the Test Drive Unlimited demo.
Okay.
Which is a...
Did you start the download last night?
Well, I started it kind of... Robin had to get up real early this morning.
Right.
So I went and started it, then I went and laid back down, and it was still downloading.
Hours, though.
It's like nearly 1 gig download.
Ooh,
it's like 800 megs, and my connection is kind of,
But
anyways, it's a massively online driving game where they just give you Honolulu and you just go drive with all your friends. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that.
Is it actually to scale?
I don't know yet. I hadn't seen it. It was
I
still
thought
downloading,
you may have read
remember?
something about it.
I don't know.
Okay.
It could be.
Did it cost points?
No, the demos don't cost points. Full games do. So like I bought 2,000 points.
Right.
And I blew it all on Bejeweled. The Marble Madness Ultra game, which is kick-ass and addicting like crack and heroin, which I've never had.
So you know this how?
Which I've never had. And I bought Uno, which, cheap card game, had to see what it was like. So if any of you are on Xbox Live at the same time and you want to play Uno...
Where Zach finds the time to play these games, I honestly do not know.
When I get out of here...
I have to schedule bathroom breaks.
Yes, you do, but you're like that. When I leave 3D Buzz, I can't just go home and go to bed, because I've been working, recording, talking, doing shows, and then I'll lay there in bed just going... So I had to unwind for a while, so I'll either go watch an adult film or I'll play Xbox 360.
Adult film like Brokeback Mountain or... I'm just trying to think of good dramas that,
awesome.
Anyways.
Thanks for the support.
Yes.
Anyways.
PlayStation 3 boss defends the high price. Sony computer president Kaz Hirai says $499 and $599 game machines are good value. While gamers and many industry analysts are still recovering from their surprise heart attack, I didn't mean to say that, at the high price tag for a premium PlayStation 3, the man whose division makes the machine said he doesn't understand all the fuss.
Yeah, he doesn't understand when they probably had to have defibrillators on hand at the press release.
He pulls out his wallet and $1,000 bills fall out.
Sure.
He doesn't understand why $499 is a lot of money, of course.
$599.
That's nothing.
$600.
That's nothing. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Is that another $1,000?
That's like, isn't that like 2 Xbox 360 core systems?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That is nuts. Quote, I think when you look at what we put into the box, and they've got cell, Blu-ray, backwards compatibility. That added an extra few thousand.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to go online. Haven't we had the ability to go online for some time now?
I think technically even a GameCube can go online right now, can it? The Dreamcast could go online. Give me a break.
Oh, man. So the ability to go online. I think it's a very compelling package for consumers. Yeah. So anyways, he thinks it's a great value.
Good for him.
I guess in the end, let's just put it like this. After going to E3, I will not be signing up in advance.
Nope.
To get a copy of
nope.
it. To get the box itself.
In a pinch, I will wait possibly until the release of Metal Gear Solid 4. Just because I'm a big fan of the series, and because
he'll pay us $600 for that.
The production values on that game alone, to me, will make it worthwhile. But until that releases, there's nothing that I saw on the PS3 that just makes me go, "Ooh, I gotta have it."
No.
At the same time, I saw all sorts of stuff for the Xbox 360 that made me go, "Thank God, I've already got one."
For the first time ever, Microsoft's got to be kicked back to going, thank you, God.
Well, yeah, they're going to devastate the world with Gears of War when it comes out.
They really are.
They really will.
That's no lie.
And then as soon as the hype from that starts to cool down and is not quite molten anymore, they're going to be like, oh, and by the way, here's Halo 3. So, yeah, we're all going to be vomiting money at Microsoft here for a while.
Halo 3 is going to be awesome, but...
I almost couldn't remember Cortana's name when I saw Gears of War. Yeah. I was like, what was that AI chick in Halo? And
that we all got to play Gears of War.
Who were they fighting again?
10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I still have twitches when I think about it too hard. I just want to go play some more.
Amazing. All right, Zach, we got another.
So, yeah.
Entertainment Weekly.
Entertainment Weekly's review of the Da Vinci Code. They say Da Vinci is no masterpiece. This is actually one of the harshest reviews I've read. The surprise and disappointment of the Da Vinci Code is how slipshod and hokey the religious detective story now seems. Ooh. It's a challenge, to be sure, to cram Brown's litany of signs and symbols, his intricate meditations, into a 2.5-hour film, but Howard, Opie, working from Akiva Goldsman's script, fails to build intellectual excitement into the quest. He uses cheesy digitized flashbacks, rarely trusting the dialogue to evoke history, and seems faintly rushed and embarrassed each time the movie grows talky, as if he were worried that the breathless theology wouldn't hold us. So he's sitting there going, gee, Pa, I just don't know if they're going to like it.
I'm going to go see it.
I'm going to go see it, too.
And I'm just going to pray
Nope.
that it was... You're going to go in there with zero expectations.
I'm going to go in there with Terminator 3 syndrome. And for those of you that don't understand that, I walked into Terminator 3 going, I'm going to hate this movie. Every second of this movie I'm going to despise because they had a good first movie, they had a great second movie, and the only way they can wrap it up is to completely screw up this one. So I went in there, got my popcorn, got my Coke, thought about bringing the iPod so I didn't have to listen to the film, but, forgot. So I'm sitting there watching the movie, and I loved it. I mean, it was fun. I mean, parts of it sure could have been done a little better, but it was entertaining, and the end of it just kicked ass. So I'm going to do the same thing with the Da Vinci Code. I'm going to go in there with no expectations, expecting to totally hate the movie from one end to the other, and we'll just see what happens. Like recently, in L.A.,
yeah,
we went and watched Poseidon.
Yeah. Can I have my 2 hours back?
No, you're stuck. We could have walked around the promenade and eaten Chinese food.
And it would have been a lot more entertaining.
Looked at all the pretty girls.
That movie was rushed. The acting was poor.
The writing was wooden. The CG was pretty second-rate in some areas.
In some areas. There was a couple effects.
The nice. Everything underwater looked fabulous. Everything over the water was like, huh.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I just saw somebody post over there, T3 was crap.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I liked it. But the fact that the point is not whether the movie was any good or whether it sucked. The point is I went into the movie expecting to hate it, and because my expectations were so low...
It's a great trick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a nice technique to make anything bad into something good.
Because I'm not a film critic. I don't go into a movie theater expecting to hate it and demanding to hate it.
Right.
I don't trust the critics anymore because they'll walk in there going, well, unless it's shit, I can't even watch it. And then after it's shit, I'm going to tear it apart when it was actually a great flick.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So minors get a $25 fine for adult games.
The minors like people under 18, not minors who work in tink, tink, tink with a pickaxe, Like lemmings.
I love that in Galaxy Quest. Minors, not minors. That's sweet. Awesome. Yeah, Minnesota is the latest state to pass an inappropriate games bill. It's the hottest trend in state government, and it's sweeping the nation. Following similar bills passed recently in Oklahoma and Louisiana, the Minnesota House has passed its own appropriate games bill. Inappropriate games bill.
Yeah, I was with you.
The appropriate games bill. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
This is not a rated R show.
I see nowhere nice that could go.
No. Proposed by Republican Representative Jeff Johnson, the bill, titled HF 1298, requires retail outlets to put up signs explaining the ESRB rating system. Like anyone's going to stop and read that. Okay, so some parents will.
Yeah.
And in a new twist, instead of fining retailers for selling M or AO-rated games to minors, the bill levies a $25 fine on the minor. Of course, Johnson noted he is not trying to criminalize video games. You're being fined.
I don't know how you fine a minor.
Fined. And as such, the offense would not go on the minor's record.
Okay, so therefore it's not enforceable. It would have to be. Because at this point, one, I don't know how you can legally fine a minor.
Right.
I don't know how that doesn't just go straight to the parents in the first place. But it's, if it's not going to go on your record at all, what in the world is stopping the minor from just getting smart and going, piss off? One, you can't do anything to me legally. I'm a freaking minor.
Right.
Two, this isn't going on my record anyway, so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Give me my game, I'm leaving.
So, wow. So anyways, there's you guys a little bit of news, what's going on this week around the world.
Yes.
Now, what we'd like to do is turn our attention over to a few interviews. We're going to start off the first interview being with Vice President of Vice President of
U.S. Sales.
Yes, for North America.
VP of Sales for North America.
Trying to get that out, I promise. Which
Sorry,
is Tony Cristiano. And, great guy.
Absolutely great guy.
Great things to say. Talks about side effects, the company, a little bit about the relationship with 3D Buzz, which was absolutely awesome. And then a little bit about the future.
Actually, before you guys watch this interview, I'll kind of give you a quick thing, because I was doing this interview, and Tony was so good during the interview that, one, I barely had a chance to talk, but most importantly, like, by the end of the interview, I was psyched. And he got me into it. I was just like, I'm a convert now. Yeah, fanboy. Yeah. That's what it was like.
That was a great interview. So Seth, if you want to roll that footage.
Good afternoon, Tony, and thanks for having us over for an interview today.
Oh, great. Well, thanks. It's my pleasure to be here. Sounds like you've had a hectic week.
It has been fun. Last week we went to E3, and this week we've just been jamming over at 3D Buzz. But we're here to talk about side effects. We're here to talk about you guys. So I was hoping you could start off a little bit by telling us a bit about side effects and Houdini.
All right. Well, my pleasure. First of all, let me talk about 3D Buzz, because one of the things I really respect is everything that you've done for the community over time. I met Jason way back in 2001 at SIGGRAPH, and I remember walking up to the booth, and I shook his hand, and we talked about how we can together work on supporting the community.
Yeah.
And since then, he's launched Houdini 101, which was a great piece of work several years ago. It was adopted in a very significant way and embraced, and he's just done a great job. And I think what he does to pour his heart out to the community is just amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And he should get a lot of credit for what he's done.
Well,
but let's go to side effects a little bit and talk about side effects. Well, we've been in business, as you and Jason know, for over 18 years now, and we pride ourselves on our production knowledge. And that's what I think really sets us apart. We've tried to build a team over the years that really tries to get it and get production in all of its elements, from the art right through to rigging up these very complex pipelines and working shoulder to shoulder with technical directors. So we have people on the team now that are headed up by Judith Crow, and you're going to interview Craig Zeruni later, and he's one of our production consultants. And they've been out there in the field and have worked in these productions. And one of the things we've been trying to do with the company is try to relate to both the artist and the needs of production, and also spanning the whole area of budgeting and understanding the whole complexity of bringing together these large projects. And the other thing we've been doing at Side Effects, one is building our production discipline and expertise and rolling up our sleeves and helping customers in production. But the other is building first-class tools. And what we've been really focused on there are a couple things. One is to make Houdini very complete and integrated. So it's a lot easier for the artist, a lot easier for the team. And the second thing we've tried to do is make Houdini very, very easy to learn and very easy to use and deploy in production. Yeah. So in a nutshell, that's what we've been up to for the last few years.
What customers and projects have you guys been working with lately?
Boy, quite a few. How do you answer that question? Let me see. Let me give you a bit of a variety and a few examples of some of the productions we've supported, and then I'll talk a little bit about the tools they've used in production, if that's all right.
Great.
So I can think of a few. The first one I'll mention is The Wild. That was released a few weeks ago. Core Feature Animation up in Toronto has done an excellent job pulling together that project. And as I mentioned, it was released a few weeks ago. And one of the things that Side Effects did is we played a role in supporting the team. And we actually went on site and worked with their team to support them and build some of the glue that was required to pull together the pipeline.
Very cool.
So we're very proud of what they've done. Just an amazing breakthrough in the art they've brought to an all-CG production. Very cost-effective and just brilliant work by that team. The next one I want to mention is the work being done on Ant Bully at DNA Productions in Dallas, Texas. What a great team. What a great group head up by John Davis. And they're rolling up their sleeves and using Houdini throughout that pipeline as well. Here in Los Angeles, I have to mention Sony Pictures Imageworks. They're one of the biggest, and over the last 6 or 7 years, that group has done an amazing job in not only promoting a great environment and a great culture, not only allowing their artists to really fulfill their artistic desires, but they've also created a very, very efficient pipeline at Sony Pictures Imageworks. And one of the things they're doing with Houdini is they're using it throughout about 10 different productions at this point in time for a variety of effects. And just a brilliant team. And we're just honored to be supporting them at this time. And some of the examples include the work on Open Season and Surf's Up, which are all CG projects, and a number of live-action projects that span from Ghost Rider to Spider-Man 3 and the great work that was done on the series. I'll mention one more because we're not only about supporting the high-end and the very, very large pipelines and facilities, we also care about a number of the up-and-coming boutiques. And we work with the boutiques to really help them grow in a direction consistent to where they want to be. One example up in San Francisco was the work that was done by Assemble Co. On the Hollow Man. So here's a story of a group of guys that came together, had the passion to use the best tools, come out with great CG work, and they worked on Hollow Man, and they went from zero to, blast off in a number of months.
That is
so
awesome.
Great success story, and hats off to them for everything they've done.
Absolutely.
Can I segue into some of the tools that some of these facilities have used? Because I'm very excited about how they've used our technology, and I think that others can benefit from that insight as well.
Excellent.
So on the tool side, it all gets wrapped up into one area of the technology that they're using from Houdini, and that is Houdini digital assets. And our customers have been very clever in how they've deployed Houdini digital assets. And what they've been able to do with those assets is really separate the complexity of the pipeline and rigging the animation and all the animation controls and the richness and the power and flexibility from what the artist really needs to see or wants to see. So they've been able to keep that artist interface very focused, very production-oriented, and it's really helped make the artist feel like they have all the control they need, but also allows the facility to gain all the benefits of the power of Houdini and really leverage their pipeline and reuse a lot of what they built in production. So that's a little bit on how they're using our tools.
Now, can you give us an example of a Houdini digital asset?
Yeah, that's a good question. So think of a Houdini digital asset as basically an element that's encapsulated and turned over to the artist with a predefined set of controls.
Okay.
For example, you can define a lightning bolt and expose to the artist controls on the brightness and the length and the size of the lightning bolt.
Cool.
That could be a simple digital asset. Another one on the other extreme, which we're releasing in a little while, is the universal character rig. So a digital asset could be the overall encapsulation of a whole character that is made up of other mini digital assets like a hand or an arm or a leg. And these digital assets are extremely powerful in allowing the artist to have the control they need and allowing the facility to get the reusability and the cost-effective benefits and reuse from project to project.
How do you see the industry changing in the future? What kind of opportunities do you think are going to result from these changes?
Good question. Boy, a lot of changes. Where do you start with changes? I think the industry will continue to be very important, very prestigious, very sexy, but at the same time will be very lumpy.
Okay.
Very lumpy. And that's the anxiety and the excitement of the industry. Big projects will drive the growth, create a lot of jobs, and there are some times in the year where it's extremely crazy and busy, and other times it'll be a little bit slower, and facilities will take on multiple projects, then ramp down. And I think that will continue, that excitement in the industry and the lumpiness that I described. But I also see another big trend coming, and that's and we've been talking about this for quite a number of years, the convergence with film and games, and we're seeing that more and more with what we saw at E3 last week, and you're seeing a number of facilities starting to team up. Mm-hmm. So, for example, we heard about Activision now working very closely with DreamWorks, and Avalanche was acquired by Disney.
Absolutely. The line between film and games is really starting to blur these days.
Absolutely. It's very, very blurred. And it's so blurred, in fact, that they're sharing a lot of rigs, they're sharing a lot of the work that's being done. And that creates a lot of synergy, first of all, and the other is realism and continuity in the artistic space. And we expect that's going to continue and continue to drive a lot of opportunity for all of us. The other trend is because of the convergence that's happening and because these projects are getting bigger in some respects and more sophisticated with the level of artistic freedom that we're taking in building the projects, is we expect some of the facilities to actually get a lot larger. Mm-hmm. They're going to drive a lot more economies of scale and ramping up in some respects. Right. Similar to the automotive industry, where at some point you get to a point where you can specialize in building and use the pipeline for building these great automobiles and allowing people to participate in that. So the big facilities are going to get larger and try to build a higher level of utilization of all the resources. Mm-hmm. At the same time, boutiques will continue to specialize. And I think that's very exciting, because if the artist has a passion about doing something in a particular direction and serve a wider worldwide community, they can still do that within a boutique. And we mentioned Assembleco a little while ago on what they did as a small group. And I think that'll continue to happen. The bigger will get bigger, and there will always be a place for the boutiques to niche and do a very, very good job. The other thing we expect is a higher level of visual stimulation. There'll be video everywhere, animation everywhere.
Well, it's coming. It's everywhere now. I mean, it's like we're starting to get it on mobile devices. I mean, you can't get away from video these days.
Like the PSP. Yeah. And the DS.
The Nintendo DS.
The Nintendo system.
Even right on your cell phone these days. You're starting to download video.
Yeah, very exciting. So we're gonna be overloaded with the visual stimulus, and I think all of that creates an opportunity. So with those changes, we all have to adapt. And as everyone adapts, there's opportunity. Right. And I think that's exciting for everyone that's getting into this industry.
Absolutely.
And, for example, on the Houdini side, the side effect side, there's a lot of jobs, a lot of Houdini jobs. The facilities I mentioned earlier are looking for Houdini talent at all ends. Right. The artistic side and working with the production workflow and the Houdini digital asset, and the other extreme, the technical directors that can pull together these sophisticated and complex pipes. So we think there's going to be a lot of opportunity, both in the industry, 3D overall, but especially within the Houdini community, because it's very exciting what they're able to do now. And we've talked about some examples earlier
on. Absolutely. Now, how can the community get involved with all this opportunity? I mean, how can they take advantage of that?
Well, that's a good question. I think there are a couple of things I'll say to answer that. Number one is that we like to think that Side Effects is very approachable.
I'd have to agree.
We're not just a 1-800 number. We like to live and breathe production. We want to understand what you're doing and how you're doing it. So, number one, I hope your audience simply contacts us.
Okay, awesome.
Number two, if they want to learn a little bit about Houdini, they should check out our website, sideeffects.com, and check out our free version of Houdini, our non-commercial version, and it's called Houdini Apprentice. I hope they download it, and
I must say,
fun with it.
I love Houdini Apprentice. It is probably my favorite of the non-commercial versions of every 3D application out there. It's the least restrictive. You feel the most open-ended. I mean, you don't feel like you're being held back anywhere. Very great job releasing such a wonderful non-commercial version of your software out there to the masses. So a big congratulations from us in that regard.
Well, thank you very much. We take that feedback to heart, and I think it's something that we share in common, Side Effects and 3D Buzz, in that we're all in it really for the community.
Absolutely.
We've got to help them. We have to help them learn, and if there's anyone that's been a leader in that, it's been 3D Buzz.
Awesome. Well, Tony, I'd really like to thank you for your time today, and it's been great talking to you. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
The pleasure is all mine.
All right, so we're here today with Craig Zeroni. How you doing today, Craig?
I'm just fine, thank you.
So yeah, it happens to say you are a production consultant for side effect software. What exactly does that mean? What's a production consultant?
Now you put me on this.
I'm curious. It sounds like such a fancy title.
It is. It's they give us a really fancy broom. Production consulting at Side Effects involves a number of things. One of the biggest ones is going to see customers or would-be customers and doing what you might think of as audits of how their pipelines work and or how they might work or how they maybe should work or how they have been working, and sort of making suggestions as to how that might be improved. And usually that involves Houdini, but it doesn't have to. That's not necessarily part of the remit. We're trying to be completely honest about what we do and what is best for them.
Fantastic. And I would assume those suggestions, it's two-way. You may see things that they need at the same time. You may see things that Houdini needs that would help enhance us.
That's always what happens. It's always a two-way street, and it improves the product and people get something out of it.
I was always curious. It's such a cool title, production consultant. Right. Okay, so the current version of Houdini, where do we stand?
So the current version is 8, which was released last year. Okay. And 8 has a couple of big innovations in there. One of them, probably the biggest one, being Dynamics, or DOPS, which is the Dynamics environment, which does rigid body dynamics, or RBD, wire and cloth. And then some character tools to enhance character rigging and character animation workflow.
Okay.
And then IPR, the interactive photorealistic rendering, which is easier to use than it is to say, apparently, and which allows you to basically modify shaders or lights or whatever and just see the affected pixels be changed rather than re-render the entire scene, which is much quicker. And then there's some new editors. There's a parameter spreadsheet which allows you to inspect your parameters more efficiently, and there's a linking editor for linking lights and objects, and there's deep shadow maps which have been introduced. So there's quite a lot in there.
So how's this new version fitting in with all of your customers out there?
The new version, 8, is fitting in fantastically. People have leapt all over it, and they've especially jumped all over DOPS and embedded dynamics into what they're doing straight away. Some people have bought Houdini 8 just to be able to use dynamics, and
excellent. On
the strength of that, have gone, oh, you know what? I see now that I can do some other things I didn't know I could do, and so they're expanding its use in their pipelines based on their initial happy experience.
So I guess you guys are really going to start pushing DOPS more and more, I would assume.
We will, and we have been, and it's a big lead for us. It's a very useful thing. So today is a public beta of 8.1, which extends the character tools. It has in particular an auto rig feature, which allows you to take a generic biped and rig it up in essentially almost a one button click.
Okay.
And if you have a non-generic biped, you can still modify what's there by because it's Houdini. You
so
can go back in
or whatever you can
add some more legs and a tail and whatever, the animated ears or whatever you need. And so there's that. Then along with that, there's a muscle tool that's new that allows you to do muscle capture and control those muscles in some really neat ways, and that's very fast and efficient. And there's also a character picker, which is essentially a way for someone to build their own interactive custom UI for working with their characters. And so, or you can build that UI for someone else, and so you can basically just go and point at the thing you're interested in animating, whether it's the ear or the mustache or the arm or whatever, and just pick it off that out of a browser and say, I want to use this. And it's very much more friendly than having to trawl through a bunch of channels and find it. And then related to that is the pose library, which allows you to collect together poses and reuse them and bring them back, or in fact whole clips of animation. So you can say, I want to use this motion again over here, or share this with someone else working on the same show or a different show or whatever.
Very nice.
And then there are some DOPS improvements. There's a auto freeze feature for RBD, which allows you to bring lots of objects to rest as they settle out, which is a common problem with dynamic simulations. Mm-hmm. And then you've got some visualization tools, and the wire solver's been sped up quite dramatically.
So we do have some speed enhancements.
Yeah.
Okay, now learning Houdini. That can be a bit of a challenge, a bit of a learning curve if you don't know the right places to look. What do you guys offer?
It's ridiculous. It's easy to learn.
It is. It is easy if you know where to look. And I think that's the problem with Houdini that you guys are correcting, which I love that you guys are all over that now. In the past, it wasn't very easy to get training. You don't find books out there in the past. You can now. Video training, there wasn't much in the far past. You guys have done an excellent job putting together videos. 3D Buzz has put together videos as well. And classes, actually going and attending classes. But that's now something that you guys are providing.
Yeah, a lot of people have been doing a lot of work. I mean, we do now do a Houdini boot camp, which is a 5-day intensive tour of the entire product. And there's another one coming up in June. We also are planning, have been doing, and I'm planning some more one-day, more spot courses that relate to specific areas of Houdini. And there are courses that are being taught by schools, and we have new schools coming online. And all of this is based on a schedule that's going to be published, updated on the website, sideeffects.com. And meanwhile, people can go to that website and download Apprentice and just start using it. And Apprentice itself comes with lots of examples and help and hints and things. And then also on the website are tutorials and learning materials, and we're adding more of those all the time. So people can go back and look at that.
With each new iteration, I mean, I've noticed the help has just been getting more and more amazing, more and more user-friendly to someone who has no clue on how Houdini works. They can now just jump right in and click on a link, boom, the scene opens up, and then you can start following right through with the instructions, and it really does make learning Houdini a pleasure. So like I said, you guys have done some excellent things to really ease getting into this different style of working, because it is a little different than all of your other standard 3D applications. This is not a standard 3D application. Very powerful 3D application, that's for sure. All right, Craig, well, is there anything else you'd like to add? This is your moment.
I'd just like to thank the Academy. No, I think what you just said is true, that in particular the help that's embedded in Houdini now is actually really, really useful, because it contains examples, so you can go and say, here's what it all does, but also here's it being used in practice. So you can say, oh, I get it. And it's all commented and documented, so you can go through and see what each different step is supposed to be doing. And then you can modify that to solve whatever problem you're trying to solve. So you see people all the time just take pieces out of the help and just shove them into what they're up to, change a few things, and then they're off to the races.
Exactly. I did think of one other thing. You mentioned that you guys are working on different one-day type courses. Anything that you might be able to share with us now? I know this is kind of a work in progress, but like focusing a day maybe on DOPS or a day.
Well, we've done DOPS days before, and I'm sure we'll do some more. I think some of the other ones that are coming up are there's one on Vex for writing shaders and other
I might have to sit in on that
things to do with Houdini. Okay. And I believe there will be one on Shops.
Okay.
Which is the channel operators, the 2D thing.
Yeah, we're not holding you to this right now.
And I'm pretty sure we'll see a particle one-day course.
Excellent. That's fantastic. Okay. Well, Craig, thank you very much for your time today. We really do appreciate it. And that'll wrap it up.
Okay. Did you get the brown
end? Right. So a huge thank you to Side Effects Software for taking us in with, I won't even say short notice.
With no notice, yeah.
And just treating us so well and bringing you guys the information that they wanted to share. I mean,
they gave us free valet parking.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And so, it was fantastic. So thank you very much, both Tony and Craig. Absolutely awesome. Now, of course, get your butts over to www.sideeffects, that's SIDEFX.com, and take a look at the new public beta 8.1 that's now out.
Just go download it. Do it now.
Unfortunately, I was hoping to get my hands on it a few days ago, but with the return and then putting out tons of fires when we got back, I haven't had time to really work with it until today. And as of today, I've played with it for a little while, and it does have some really, really powerful features.
Oh, man, it's still up over there on your screen.
The auto rigger thing is just a fantastic digital asset. I mean,
I'm drooling.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah. Really, really cool stuff. So they're doing a great job of enhancing, they're taking a lot of effort, or putting forth a lot of effort in enhancing the character pipeline and all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good stuff. Anyways, with, of course, any interview like that, there's always things that take place off the camera.
Things that you don't expect.
Well, this happened to be one of those cases where we were able to capture something that was happening off camera, and we turned it into an on-camera situation. See, we were wearing wireless mics when doing the interviews, and after Tony's interview was over, Craig came in and had a seat, and we got them all mic'd up, and Zach had to visit the bathroom. So he forgot he had his wireless mic on. So remember on BuzzTV, we do like to have fun from time to time, so I immediately told Seth to begin recording. I still don't know who exactly he was talking to when he went into the bathroom. That's for us to never find out, I guess.
Just need some encouragement sometimes.
I guess. But, yeah, so we did record it. And Craig, I'm telling you guys, Craig's Rooney is just, he is absolutely hilarious.
He's awesome.
I mean, it would be a blast to work around him all the time. So we captured his expressions, his comments, along with ours in the background. And you guys will hear it. It's kind of faint, but you'll hear Zach as well. So if someone on a journey to the bathroom and perhaps even using it offends you, you may want to tune out for the next minute or two.
Yeah.
Seth, let's take a look at this.
Rams out of my trailer because that was
Take a long pause, then it starts again.
Is Sarah in there with him? They left at the same time. I'm a bit confused by that. That's fantastic.
What?
Is he singing American Pie or something? It's going, bye, Miss. There could have been somebody in there with him. He could like say it. That's quite a. Nothing up my sleeve. Yeah. Get through them all. We've just been having a naked gun moment. As he went into the men's wearing his life.
And we recorded it, just in case for blackmail purposes.
So now we know he likes
In particular, now we know what he's named his special friend.
That is a great segment for BuzzTV.
Which part?
The part where you
hit the mute button.
You know that thing where they go, just imagine everybody's naked, and I don't have to do it anymore because I have the audio for.
At least I didn't like rip one while I was in it. Just sit there going, oh yeah.
But yeah, we just want to know who you were talking to.
Actually forgot. Yeah, exactly. Come on, you can do it. It's okay. I just forgot I was wearing the damn thing as usual.
Apparently.
Yep. And this is why you don't wear your wireless microphone to the bathroom.
Well, as it turns out, these things have this really cool mute switch on them that I found out about later, so I can hit this and suddenly you guys can't hear me.
Did you just disappear?
Yeah,
Sweet.
I should have. They might hear me really faintly.
So paint your body in green.
Yeah.
And hit the mute button and join us on the show next week.
There you go. But, and then, of course, I can switch it back off. But I forgot to do that when I went to go take my mighty leak. Oh, well.
No, but again, Craig is such an awesome guy. I mean, he's really funny. So when we set up to do the interview to begin with, we kind of do a little run through just so that everyone has an idea of what everyone's going to say. And there's just no predicting what he's going to say at all. So we decided to edit together some of the outtakes, if you will, from the interview and share them with you guys. Again, Craig is just an absolutely hilarious guy. It'd be a lot of fun to work around. So, Seth, if you want to roll some of that footage.
Okay, so, all right, well, start off with a hi, how you doing? So, be like, hi, Craig, how's it going this afternoon?
Sucks.
It sucks. That's awesome. Actually,
it's the worst day of my life.
If you start out like that, it'll be awesome because that'll go so well with the way we are on the show.
Oh, yeah.
That will fit right in. So we'll just start off with the questions then. So tell us a bit about the current version of Houdini.
Okay, so the current version of Houdini is 8, and it has these features. Do you want to do this?
Only if you want to. Would you rather just record?
No, I'll do it. Okay, so I know what'll happen is I'll do it great, and then we'll record it.
Do you want to just record it?
No, let's just do it, and it'll be a good practice. Okay, so 8's the current version, and What did you just ask me?
I asked you, how many elephants can you fit? Okay. Tell us about the current version of Houdini.
Okay, well, the current version is version 8. There's,
No, this will be awesome.
What? Anyway, there's a parameter spreadsheet. There's a number of new tools, parameter spreadsheet.
That's just the answer to the first question. Okay, cool. That's very easy on my end. I like that. So what is coming from side effects?
Well, today, no, should I just start that way? Or should I?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
okay.
great.
So, well, funny you should ask.
I'm glad you asked.
I was just sitting here minding my own business, and you should have been asking this question.
If it hadn't been for that question, we wouldn't have even released the new version.
That's right, coincidentally.
Are we supposed to stay quiet on this end, really?
I think it'd be better if there was laughing.
It's like, well, I'm just starting off. This interview is filmed before a live studio audience.
Anyway, well, today, in fact, we are announcing the public beta of 8.1.
Now, in between each of these questions, we're probably going to pause for like 2 to 3 seconds. So just in case, if you're talking, you should be moved to get up and dive into the wall or something, who knows. Then we can just start over again and just re-answer that question. Okay. So anyway, so the last one. What types of learning tools does Side Effects offer?
Well, there are, let's see. Let's start this way. Okay. So it's not written. It's not.
You got a new Vanna White.
It's not written in a way that's like. Okay, so
it's not quite readable. He's looking for cue cards. He's not looking for an outline.
I'm looking at this going. I wouldn't start there. So side effects.
Can we wheel a teleprompter in here?
So 4 and 7 years ago. So side effects.
Great interview. Great stuff. Again, a huge thank you to Side Effects Software, to Tony and to Craig, and
yeah, that was awesome.
It's good stuff, man. So at this point, is there anything else that we wanted to go over? I think we've talked about pretty much everything we wanted to talk about at the moment, and we can give the Ferrari away on the next show. So, a few more shows.
Let's wait a few more shows. I'm not done driving it yet. Yeah.
You're going to just tear that thing up, aren't you?
Well, it's a 4:30. What are you going to do?
How about a few call-ins? We'll take just a few.
3 call-ins.
3 call-ins.
We're going to take
Wow, guys, it's going to put a little bit of pressure on those of you trying to get through. Telephone number is 615-446-6502. Again, that's 615-446-6502. If you'd like to call in, do so. And I guess I better look for some headphones.
Yeah, I guess that'd help, and I could talk to people.
Yeah, the big muddy headphone. Right. So, yeah, I forgot. There's like a 30-second delay. Why aren't we rushing?
So nobody's going to call.
I guess I can listen to this. Well, they will in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like I said.
There you go.
3D Buzz, who do we have?
Hey, this is Overmind 1984.
Overmind 1984. How's it going, man?
It's going all right. This is my first time calling in, as you guys probably know.
I'm a long-time watcher, first-time caller.
Uh-huh.
LTW
exactly.
FTC.
Where are you calling from?
Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Wow, I've been to Phoenix.
I have too. Nice place.
Beautiful part of the world.
Yeah,
Hot here in the summer.
I love the weather. It's very neutral, very calm.
Neutral. I don't know if I'd call it neutral.
During the summertime, I would not call it neutral.
No.
Well,
I'd call it painful.
It's certainly on one side of the scale as opposed to the other, so I can't quite call it neutral.
You get used to it. You get used to the heat, though.
Yeah, man, but it's a dry heat.
Exactly. I hate humidity.
Yeah, so do I.
You'd never survive here.
I wouldn't survive most places except here.
So
anyway,
what you doing tonight?
Not much. I was actually just doing a little shader programming.
Oh, cool.
Going through this book I bought a little bit ago.
Okay, what's the name of the book?
It's called Shaders for Game Programmers and Artists. I bought it at GDC.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
There was like a 25% discount.
Yeah, you gotta love them discounts.
But yeah, how's things going with you guys?
Busy.
Busy. E3 was great. It allowed us to take a bit of a break from what we've been doing around here.
But not quite. I wouldn't call it a break.
But not a complete break because we still had a schedule to keep and things to do. But I mean, it was good.
Yeah, it was fun.
But outside of that, we're busy as all get outs with what's going on here. 3ds Max, and there's some Maya R&D stuff going on. There's Houdini R&D stuff going on. There's Max R&D going on. There's software development going on. Jeez.
A book just got piled on.
Oh, yeah, now we got a book to do. Wow.
So, yeah.
Man, why you call in and make me think about all this stuff, man?
A pretty big group of students from my school actually went to E3.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I go to school at, have you heard of University of Advancing Technology?
Yes, I have.
And I thought about going to E3, but I've heard from a few people that it's turned into kind of just like a show off your games, and which is all good, but I don't too much have the time just to spend doing that. I did go to GDC though, which was awesome.
Yeah, a different thing though. The conferences are catering to different groups of people.
Yeah.
Right. E3 is actually catering to people who are going to buy and sell video games. So they've got to get the salespeople
off those games. Yeah.
They got to get the salespeople excited about the game, so they'll want to have it in their store so they can sell it. So it's it's like apples and oranges.
Right.
Yeah.
It was still a lot of fun though.
It's a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I would have loved to play Gears of War and.
Yeah, but see, there's the deal right there. You just said it, and I'm glad you said it on the air so that I can say it to somebody live on TV. I got to play Gears of War.
Yes, you did.
I did. You didn't, but I did, and that's pretty damn cool.
Zach, what'd I tell you about that? Zach runs around the house continuously, pointing to everyone here that did not get to go and play it, reminding them that he got to play it and they did not.
Well, I mean,
Don't do this to our poor members.
I'm already to the P's in the phone book of randomly calling people and saying, "Hi,
Zach,
my name is Zach Parrish, and I've played Gears of War, and you didn't." So that's going well.
That is something to brag about.
Needless to say, when the game is released, Zach's going to vanish from the site for, I don't know, a month.
Yeah.
And so is Seth.
I'll come back in 48 hours saying I beat it.
Logan's not going to like it.
I don't think Logan will like it at all. I really don't.
It feels very realistic.
It doesn't have that bouncing around on a trampoline with a rocket launcher shooting at people's feet
A
feeling.
rocket launcher made out of balsa wood.
Yeah, exactly.
Oblivion has had that similar effect to me.
Oh, don't get me started on Oblivion. I've already, I don't really have a whole lot of time to play video games. That's true, because I really am a busy kid. But I've invested 48 hours in that game already. 48 hours.
And so you've done 3 quests, maybe 4?
I don't know. I think I've probably got,
None.
In actuality, maybe about 18 to 24 quests complete. I really haven't been following the main quest very much, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah, getting sidetracked in that game will definitely...
It's like me getting sidetracked in real life. Ooh, shiny.
Exactly.
Cool. I was wondering also if I could...
Nope, sorry.
You're so mean.
Well, what do you want?
Me and a few friends of mine have been working on a Half-Life 2 mod, which was actually one of the finalists for the IGDF competition at GDC.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering if I could maybe promote it a little bit on the show.
You just did, actually, but go for it. Why not? You've already got your foot in the door. Have at it. The stage is yours. Tell the people about your mod.
Well, the site is www.dodgeballsource.com. It's basically taking Half-Life 2 and...
Let me guess. Hang on. And let me guess. You actually make a game of dodgeball.
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Yes, it's pretty much just schoolyard dodgeball.
Okay, hang on. You and I have to have a little chit-chat about promotion. Okay, because you just sort of going, over at www.dodgeballsource.com, you can go check out our mod. Okay, this is how you do promotion. Guys, everybody, if you're watching BuzzTV right now, minimize the screen, open up a web browser, and go to www.dodgeballsource.com, DODGEBALLSOURCE.com. I hope I spelled that right. And check out this mod for the Half-Life 2 engine, where they're actually going to take the game, and instead of running around and shooting things, you're going to play dodgeball.
You're close.
Yeah?
It's kind of good, but I still just...
You're not feeling it, are you?
No, you didn't just make me turn and actually go there.
No.
I should have been like,
You should have been halfway to typing when you looked over here.
What did he say?
Okay, so give me your best shot.
No, I'm not.
No, come on.
I'm not.
You're the guy who likes competitions.
What's the game?
You're the guy who likes just give us something.
I'm just saying
give us
I'm
something.
not feeling it. No, I'm not feeling it to push right now.
Okay, well,
but I'm not feeling it from you either.
All right.
I mean, it was a valiant effort.
Mm-hmm. So dodgeballsource.com, you're not quite feeling that right now? You don't feel like you should be going?
No, yeah, you didn't make me want to go.
You don't go to dodgeballsource.com?
Say that website one more time.
That would be dodgeballsource.com.
So if I came over here and
you actually typed in fact, I'm going to try this too, just real quick while we're on the air, www.dodgeballsource.com.
So let's see.
Actually, I got page cannot be displayed.
That's okay. I actually got it.
Yeah, I guess I can't type. That's my problem.
Zach, that's not dodgeball.
It got some crazy action.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's some crazy sauce.
So I'm there. Yeah, I'm looking at it. The Half-Life 2 full conversion.
And we apparently lost whoever was on the phone. You still with us?
No, he's there. He's like, you guys have a little conversation.
We're trying to help you promote this, man.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, what was that? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, he's got my attention span. Well, cool. Go over to Dodgeball Source and check out this mod. I'll probably download it, but then I'll have to reinstall Half-Life, and then I'll have to find my way through Source.
That means he's going to be complaining for a few days.
Yeah, you guys will hear me bitching about Steam from 50 miles away, so probably won't get any of that soon.
I'm checking out the image gallery right now, straight for the pictures.
So, yeah, was there anything else you wanted to say to the community?
No, I think that's
wait, hang on. You called us to chat for 2 seconds and then just get a little plug-in, a shameless plug-in about your site. Is that what this is all about?
Maybe.
I got it. I see what you're doing here. You don't want to talk to me. You don't care about what kind of night I'm having. You just want to plug your little dodgeball source stuff. Well, okay, then that's cool.
Wait. But the screenshots look pretty nice.
Well, let me see the screenshots.
Look at that.
Image gallery. I'm going to the image gallery, and then we will know.
Here comes the dodgeball.
The image gallery takes too damn long to load. That's what I think.
Yeah, the server's kind of slow.
Yeah, I did notice
Fix that.
But I wasn't going to say that on the air, you know.
But he said it, so we'll just agree with him wholeheartedly. The server's pretty damn slow on my end. I still don't have anything. Look at this. Another click and waiting.
Hey, I'm viewing things with absolutely no trouble whatsoever.
Oh, you're on Firefox. That must be it. Anyway,
so there you go. Lots of promotion.
But besides that, I spend a lot of time on 3D Buzz. I'm so looking forward to Agents.
Me too.
And I think when I get some money, I'm going to sign up for the Max Fundamentals class.
Ah, cool. An interesting work in progress, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm really excited about where it's going.
And yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. Well, all right. Thank you very much for calling in tonight. We do appreciate it. And good luck with the mod. And
thank you very much.
Hopefully it'll get noticed.
What was your name again? I've already forgotten.
What?
What was your name again? Because I have already forgotten what it was.
I don't think you ever asked me, actually.
You gave us your screen name on 3D Buzz.
Overmind 1984.
Overmind 1984. Do you want to go ahead and give us your name? You know ours. I mean, he's Buzz, I'm Zach.
My name's Keaton Van Auken.
Keaton. We'll just go with Keaton.
That works.
All right, man. Well, thank you very much for calling in, Keaton, and best of luck with things.
All right. Thank you guys for having me on the show.
Sure thing.
See you, man.
See ya.
Bye.
All right.
Actually, right at the end, you said, all right, Manuel. And I was like, his name's not Manuel. His name's Keaton.
I was about to say, what? 3D Buzz, who do we have?
Hi, we've got Spud Gun from Australia.
Spud Gun?
Yes.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, going well. I can't believe, maybe I've got a delay because I'm seeing you guys not live.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Are you calling through Skype?
Sorry?
Are you calling in through Skype?
No, I'm calling from a mobile.
You need to have a chit-chat with your provider.
Yeah, it's just a little bit distorted and kind of hard to tell what you're saying. Maybe move it just a little further away from your mouth.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, is that a little bit better?
Actually, it's about 10 times as worse. That's awesome.
I understood what he said.
But yeah, I understood him. It's just that overdrive pop keeps,
So did you say you're calling in from Australia?
Absolutely. How are you guys going over there?
I don't know, but I want to go. I do want to go.
Let's go tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, go tonight.
Let's leave tonight.
Congratulations, Buzz, on getting your pilot's license. That's fantastic. You should fly over here.
Well, thank you very much. That would be one hell of a flight.
I was going to say, wow, crossing the Pacific twice.
Yeah,
does your license mean that you're actually able to fly international or just in the U.S.?
No, I can fly internationally as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was just a 4-week course, and you can fly international?
Yeah, the rules are, they pretty much apply all the way across the board.
Right.
I mean, there's obviously some things that you have to take into account when you're flying out of the United States and back into the United States and customs and all of that good stuff.
So you don't get shot down.
Well, yeah, because that would...
No, Australia is different to Afghanistan. It's a little bit different.
They don't deploy the F-16s.
The spelling's kind of the same. It's about as long.
See, actually, we can get out of the United States without any problem.
It's getting back in.
We can pass the ADIS, as it's called, but coming back in, if we come back in without everything properly scheduled, we will be greeted by some airplanes, by some very fine gentlemen that are willing to help us find the nearest airport in which we can land at. So what part of Australia are you calling from?
From Melbourne, so down in the south, and I don't know if you know Australia very well.
Not very well.
No, I've never been, but I know of it.
Melbourne's not really famous for anything apart from we had the Commonwealth Games, which I'm sure you don't know of, which is a pretty bad spin-off the Olympic Games.
Okay.
And that was a complete bore. That all they meant was bigger traffic jams, and that we just didn't have to drive on the roads because public transport was fantastic that week.
Ah, that's a good thing.
So I'm actually doing the advanced modelling course, and fantastic, guys. That is actually the greatest course I've ever started. It's just brilliant. I love it.
Thank you very much. Really happy to hear that.
Did you do the fundamentals course?
I did the fundamentals course. I couldn't do it on time, and I did enroll for the class, but I didn't finish the class, so I'm feeling pretty shitty. Am I allowed to say shitty?
Yeah.
Well, you already did, so have a good time. So. Keep going.
Hey, what other words can I say? No, okay, well, I couldn't finish the online courses, which was pretty shitty.
Right.
But I'm actually hoping when the June 5, when the course starts, I'm going to rock that course. I'm going to be an A-grade student. Don't you worry about that, Buzz.
Awesome.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
So how far did you get in the fundamentals course?
In the fundamentals, I got to the mech. I finished the I finished the induction.
Okay.
I got up to. Well, I didn't get too far in the mech, but So I'm really quite shameful of that. But
no.
There's a fair bit of learning that I got through that course anyway. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Definitely finish the mech. The fundamentals class covers, I don't want to say everything, but almost everything, it seems like. I mean, we touched on every major aspect. From character development, rigging, scripting.
Particle shading, rendering, lighting.
Everything.
Yeah.
We talk about it all.
Yeah, it's a pretty killer course. Look, I've actually, through sources, I mean, I've been able to get a lot of the, I don't want to say Nomon, is another rude word, but the Nomon DVDs.
Okay.
And seriously, I've learned jack squat compared to what I've learned in the fundamentals, and I've just been, I couldn't believe it. And you get 2 or 3 hours on the Nomon DVDs, and I actually don't feel that I've learned much. You just see sort of people, or hear the guys talking through, and there's a whiny guy called Eric who keeps rolling through the same sort of stuff, but you don't get the same sort of fun and enthusiasm that I hear from your voices when you sort of see the lectures, so I'm pretty impressed. That was fantastic.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, we get very excited about what we do.
Yeah, we dig what we're doing, and that helps.
Yeah.
That helps a lot.
Yeah, it actually shows. Hey, can I ask you a quick question? When is the TD course coming out?
Yeah, hang on just a damn minute here. You don't ask somebody if you could ask a question, then immediately launch into that question. You asked permission to ask the question. Okay, now you have our permission. Yes, you may ask us a question.
Wait a minute. No.
Go ahead.
I know what the question is. You can't ask.
But me asking a question actually probably was the first question.
All right, well, here you go.
I can't actually ask for another question.
So you want to know when the Maya technical rigging course is coming, the advanced technical rigging. Here's what's difficult. After a lengthy conversation...
Aside from the fact that we don't know.
Here's a lengthy conversation with Epic Games yesterday. Not meaning to throw any extra stress in Zach's direction or mine, but I really don't know. I was hoping that we would see it out late in the year. So looking at October-ish maybe. But I mean, because right now we got to get Max wrapped up, and we've had Houdini and R&D for a while now going along.
So that needs to get rolling.
And the technical rigging stuff has been started, just all R&D stuff, because again, you know how we are about trying to put everything we possibly can into our courses. So I really don't have an answer probably for the next, I would say the next few weeks is going to be a very interesting time for 3D Buzz because, again, Epic Games, they really are leading the crowd into the next-gen world, if you will, in the gaming industry.
That's safe to say.
And they're pulling us right back closely beside them. And I know the last time that happened, they monopolized our time for, a year?
Yeah.
And that's something that we don't want to see happen this time, so...
Well, actually, I can't say anything about their deadlines, but technically it can't happen.
Yeah, it can happen because their deadlines are going to prevent that from happening, because if we can meet those deadlines, it won't be no year, that's for sure. So, I guess, in the next few weeks, ask me that question again on BuzzTV, and I'll see if I can have you a better answer. I would still like to see it out in 2006.
Yeah.
That's all right. Now, one final question for you guys.
Sure.
Why are you wearing the suit tonight?
We've done that a few times.
These are our last clean clothes.
Yep.
Sorry?
Everything else was dirty, so we needed clean clothes, and these were the last clean clothes we had.
We've done that.
Okay.
We've actually done that a few times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
How about you going to try one a Hawaiian T-shirt?
Say that again.
He wants a Hawaiian T-shirt with the flowers and everything.
We were just going to do the show naked, but then we had to flip a coin because we argued about that, and
then suits won over nudity.
I still think doing the show naked would have been pretty fun.
Actually, the truth is we went for a compromise, and we're naked under the table.
Remember that one time when they didn't believe that, and I threw my leg up on the table?
Yeah, and scared the hell out of everybody? That was fabulous.
And how you started sweating and got all excited, and
that's what happened.
Yeah, it does.
So you would have had a lot of credibility if you had Brandy popping up underneath the table with that.
Credibility or a lot of or we could then there's but
shut up.
No,
there will be none of that on this show. I have decreed it so, and so it shall be.
Those of you with your special invites, we'll talk about it there.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
That's cool.
Well, it's the first time actually I got on. I've been watching the show mainly through downloads because in Australia we actually don't have, it's always on at 3 o'clock in the morning or during the times I'm supposed to be working in my normal job. So this is the very first time that I'm able to watch it and more so actually get to speak to you guys. So I'm really quite impressed.
Cool. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's absolutely awesome.
We'll take it easy.
All right, you too.
Yeah. Talking to you guys.
And thank you very much for calling in. Like I said, check back with me in just a couple of weeks, and I'll see if I can get you a better answer on what's going on. Because right now everything's like, whoa.
Yeah. It boils down to we just don't fracking know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
right.
There you go.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Good night.
Okay, bye.
Bye. That's awesome.
So we got like one more call in.
Absolutely
That's
awesome.
it.
Has there been 2 calls already?
Yeah, that's 2 calls.
Where's Ostamo tonight?
Ostamo.
3D Buzz. Who do we have tonight?
It's Paul Holm.
Paul Holm.
We are honored by your presence and all of that. How's it going?
It's going pretty well.
Sweet.
How's the setup working now that you've got the new equipment? Or have you had enough time to play around with it?
Honestly, all right, Seth is looking at me now, nodding his head. I don't think he's really had enough time. To be dead honest, I am impressed that he got it up and running. I was really scared that tonight's show was going to end up being delayed or that we were going to be fighting at the last moment to switch back over to the other system.
Actually, you guys might have noticed that we didn't start the show right at 8 p.m. on the dot. And, that happens a lot. But in this case, it was because, last-minute tweaks to this system. So
yeah, it's like, ooh, look at that halo. Hang on
down to the wire.
Oh, yeah, my forehead was see-through. That was awesome.
Yeah, you could see through Buzz's head.
It was back and forth
cool.
like this, and you could see. It was like a row of lights across my head. It was awesome.
I noticed you had some chirons go up. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What's the background behind you there?
Chicago.
Chicago, yes.
Oh, okay.
The Windy City. And actually,
Bill's hometown.
We are still asking users, if you have a nice backdrop that you'd like to drop into the show, PM it to Seth, the Seth Man, over on 3D Buzz, and if we like it, we'll put it up.
Yep.
This first chance I've had a chance to thank Buzz, because of Buzz, I was able to get a Sirius subscription.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
How's that working out for you?
It's awesome. It's awesome.
So you were able to hack the thing just...
Yeah, it was pretty simple.
That's good. I'm glad the instructions work. So you haven't received any bills, right?
Well, it's all through the internet, so it shouldn't be any problem.
Good, excellent. Like I said, that would prevent you from having to ever pay them anything, and the service would be fantastic. So it's been pretty good service?
I love it.
Excellent. Of course, we are just kidding for everybody listening out there. No, there was no real hacking going on. So did you end up getting the...
I got the S50.
All right, so what do you think about that? I've read some really bad things that they had to change at the last minute.
No, well, the good thing about it is that you can record up to 50 hours.
I know, yeah, that is the good thing. But now the bad thing's pretty heavy.
The bad thing is you cannot offload from the S50.
Oh, that's not what bothers me.
Oh, what's the bad thing?
Like if you wanted to record talk show?
No, you can record Stern. I record Stern every day.
An entire 4-hour worth?
Well, it's stupid the way they have it set up. You could do 3 2-hour blocks.
There we go.
So you could have 6 blocks, and you could break it up to 2 hours. Why you can't do 1 6-hour block, I don't know.
They don't want you doing that.
Why?
They actually threw that in there at the very last minute. I thought it was 1-hour blocks from what I had read. Maybe they changed that again, but...
Well, the stupid thing is it's got a line out. So if it's got a line out, then you can record anything you want.
That's true.
So who cares?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I really thought about getting that myself, and I ended up going with the Sportster. It's a little bit cheaper.
Hey, the portable's coming out in June.
Is it really?
Yep.
Now, here's the question. Is it truly portable, or is
That's what they say.
Okay.
So I haven't seen it. The one thing that disappointed me, because I bought a home dock as well,
right,
is there's no optical out.
Really?
It's analog.
Oh.
So what's kind of nice, though, it's got an audio pass-through to hook up to the computer, so you can hook up the USB, the power, and the audio all at once through the computer, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
So it kind of organizes things, so you don't have to run the DC to AC adapter from the cigarette lighter inside the house.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So how has Stern been? I haven't heard him in a while because we've just been so busy and on the go. How is he doing these days?
He's just totally relaxed and unleashed, basically.
Really?
Because he doesn't have any restraints anymore.
Oh, you didn't get the special invite, did you?
To which?
BuzzTV After Hours.
No, I did not.
Oh, man, I got to hook you up. My bad.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'll
more
take
private videos?
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Kind of, sort of?
Kind of, sort of. It's, yeah.
Sure. No, I'm up for that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Will be.
But we can't... That's all we can say.
There could be children's watching,
Yeah, just look over here at the IRC.
Yeah.
My school is thinking... they're planning a new robotics program.
Oh, nice.
So they want me to be part of it.
Okay.
To handle the real-time simulation stuff.
Awesome. You're still instructing over there, right?
Yeah, for 12 years.
Oh, wow. Didn't realize it was that long. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, since 3DS DOS 2.
Okay. Wow.
So I know nothing about robotics, so I guess I'll have to learn on the job, but it should be kind of interesting.
For sure. Should be a lot of fun.
And if you need another Max instructor down there, let me know.
Okay. All right.
I'm up for it.
Sweet. All right. Sounds good. Well, maybe we can, I am starting to contract out work, and you've been with us forever, so, yeah, we definitely need to talk.
Cool.
That's awesome. So, and I'm serious.
Excellent.
So, about the after hours invite. Anyways,
okay.
And the contracting for the work as well.
Sure.
So, anything else going on there?
Not that I can really think of. I
thought he was about to say, not that I can really talk about right now.
Eh?
I saw The Wild the other day.
Oh, how was that? How was that?
I wasn't that impressed.
Okay.
What was kind of cool is that it was done by Core in Toronto, so that's cool.
Right.
And it was directed by Steve Williams, who did Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park.
Right.
And I found that kind of interesting, and technically it was pretty cool. But the story was really derivative. It was like every little bits and pieces from every other movie you've seen.
Yeah, but forget the story. How was the animation? How was the how was the look?
Oh, the look was really good. Like, it was almost, like I heard some people saying that it was a little bit too realistic.
Yeah, I actually saw that.
It wasn't stylized enough. Whoa, where'd the lights go?
We got you.
Yes.
We were just testing on our end how much lag was between us and you. We knew that would get your attention.
Yeah.
That's like 45 seconds of lag.
That was a while.
Ouch.
We're back.
But, I mean, the animation was good. It was just, the story. If the story doesn't hold me, then nothing else really matters,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
True. I was just curious. So, all being done with Houdini and all, it looked really good with the trailers I've seen and screenshots and all.
I still want to see it just because Eddie Izzard plays a koala. That's enough to make me go watch it right there.
I sort of felt the same way watching that I did when I saw Advent Children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, it was such a beautiful looking movie.
Yeah.
But I was bored out of my mind watching it.
I gotcha. I haven't actually seen all of Advent Children. I've seen a couple of the fight sequences, which were absolutely stellar.
Yeah.
But I have heard that it's a kind of film where, unless you're really, really into Final Fantasy, you should watch, like listen to your iPod while you're watching it or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So cool. Well, Paul, man, it's awesome hearing from you. You have anything else you want to add in, say?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'll let somebody else get in there if there's any time left.
That's the joke. We're only taking 3 calls tonight, and you're number 3. So congratulations.
Well, rock on.
All right, man. Well, I will be talking to you soon, and thanks for all your support, Paul. We do appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, you take care,
man.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Click. And losing phone connection.
Unplugging. All right, phone is unplugged.
Booyah.
Well, guys, we'd like to thank you very much for tuning in to BuzzTV tonight and kicking back with us. Again, a big thank you goes out to Side Effects Software, the creators of Houdini, for both Tony and Craig joining us with some fantastic interviews. Some great insight into both Houdini and the company itself. And, on next Friday's show, we will have a tour of Zoic Studios in Los Angeles, and we will also be talking with Andrew Orloff, one of the
visual effects
supervisors. And remember, these are the guys that do Battlestar Galactica, CSI, Serenity, Firefly. They do all sorts of interesting stuff. The really cool HP commercial.
I love that one with the frames.
Awesome.
That's like the coolest commercial I've ever seen.
And it's a fantastic interview. You guys aren't going to want to miss it. Plus, they did let us take the camera around the studio to give you guys kind of a feel. Brooke did an awesome job of kind of explaining what each area was like. And that was great.
They also did that big 360-degree panoramic thing at E3.
Which was unbelievable.
That was badass.
Which was 15 years of render time.
Yeah, 15 processor years.
15 processor years.
One processor would have taken 15 years to render that thing.
Yeah, imagine that.
Anyways, more of that coming next week.
So, also, I did want to throw out a quick thank you to Man02 for the backdrop. Thank you very much.
Or was it Manos?
Or is it Manos?
I think it's Manzo, Man20. I don't know. I can't read.
Is that a 2 or an O?
That's Manzo.
Manzo. Thank you, Manzo, for the backdrop.
We have to get him to type his messages to us like cue cards.
Yeah, because, see, this is what Seth, well, you guys can't see it, but this is what Seth wrote, and what does that say if you had to pronounce it?
Man02. It looks like, yeah.
So, yeah.
Man oxygen.
Man02.
Manos,
mayonnaise.
And there you got the 2 or the Z before the O.
Seth, which way is it? He's still freaking out because he's got all this new equipment to play with.
We got to get this boy a teleprompter.
Yeah. So anyways, really looking forward to next Friday's show. But meantime,
whoever the hell gave us this, thank you.
we will be having a show Wednesday night. Wednesday night we'll have a focus on the gaming industry. We'll be talking about E3, some of the things that took place at E3, and sharing with you guys quite a bit of footage. So if you're into the gaming thing, please join in. And then back to the world of 3D come Friday night. Also, remember, if you have anything that you'd like shown on 3D Buzz, I know Seth has got all sorts of stuff that's been submitted, and tonight's show was already going to be running tight because of the interviews and all. Make sure you get that stuff submitted over to the Seth Man, is his name on 3D Buzz. We are still going to be bringing up a forum specifically for Buzz TV. But, get that stuff over there to him. I mean, if it's good enough, we'll definitely, show it here on 3D Buzz.
Absolutely.
And the final thing that I did see pop up a couple of times in IRC tonight is Rhino is indeed here with us today.
Yep.
What is it, Rhino 272?
Rhino 272.
I just always call you Rhino, right?
Yeah.
So that's why Rhino did not call in tonight, because he's here. And the only reason we didn't throw him in tonight is because look how good we're dressed. So, anyways, you guys may see him sooner than you think. But with that, we're going to go ahead and tune out for tonight. Again, thanks a lot for joining, and you guys all take care.
Good night, guys.
See ya.
Sweet.
CFO is temporarily sitting in there, but he usually has the corner office. We kicked him out for this year's season because of our render nodes. We didn't have enough space for him, so we used his office.
So we're here today at Zoic Studios with Andrew Orloff.
Right.
And if we could start out by telling us what your position is and what it is that you do here at Zoic Studios.
Right. I'm a creative director for the episodic department here at Zoic.